Let's talk about pricing strategies. The objective of this section is to explain the different strategies available to companies for setting prices. A pricing strategy is a course of action designed to achieve pricing objectives. The extent to which a business uses any of the following strategies depends on its pricing and marketing objectives, the markets for its products, the degree of product differentiation, the life cycle stage of the product, and other factors, as shown in Figure 12.4. The two primary types of new product pricing strategies are price skimming and penetration pricing. An organization can use either one or even both over a period of time. Price skimming is the strategy of charging the highest possible price for a product during the introduction stage of its life cycle. This strategy helps to recover the high costs of R&D quickly. A skimming policy may also hold down demand for the product, which is helpful if the firm's production capacity is limited during the introduction stage. Penetration pricing is the strategy of setting a low price for a new product. The seller hopes that building a large market share will discourage competitors from entering the market. A disadvantage of penetration pricing is that it places a firm in a less flexible position on pricing. It is more difficult to raise prices significantly than it is to lower them. Differential pricing means charging different prices to different buyers for the same quality and quantity of product. Differential pricing can take several forms, including negotiated pricing, secondary market pricing, periodic discounting, and random discounting. Negotiated pricing occurs when the final price is established through bargaining between the seller and the customer. Even when there is a predetermined stated price or a price list, manufacturers, wholesalers, and retailers may negotiate to establish the final sale price. Customers commonly negotiate for cars, homes, and used items. Secondary market pricing means setting one price for the primary market and a different price for another market. The price charged in the secondary market is often, but not always, lower. Periodic discounting is the temporary reduction of prices on a pattern or systemic basis. From the marketer's point of view, a problem with periodic discounting is that customers can predict when the reductions will occur and may delay their purchases until they can take advantage of the lower prices. To alleviate the problem of customers holding off on purchases until a discount period, some organizations use random discounting, in which they temporarily reduce prices on a non-systemic basis. Marketers also use random discounting to attract new customers. Psychological pricing strategies encourage purchases based on emotional responses rather than on economically rational ones. Odd number pricing is the setting of prices at odd numbers that are slightly below whole dollar amounts. 9 and 5 are the most popular ending figures for odd number pricing. Many retailers practice multiple unit pricing, setting a single price for 2 or more units, such as 2 cans for 99 cents rather than 50 cents per can. Reference pricing means pricing a product at a moderate level and positioning it next to a more expensive model or brand, hoping that the customer will use the higher price as a reference price or comparison price. Bundle pricing is the packaging together of 2 or more products, usually of a complementary nature, to be sold for a single price. To reduce or eliminate the use of frequent short-term price reductions, some organizations use an approach referred to as everyday low prices, or EDLPs. A marketer sets a low price for its product on a consistent basis, rather than setting high price and frequently discounting them. A company that uses EDLPs benefits from reduced promotional costs, reduced losses from frequent markdowns, and more stability in sales. However, customers may not trust the EDLP and assume the deal is merely a marketing gimmick. In customary pricing, certain goods are priced primarily on the basis of tradition, such as chewing gum or candy bars. Product line pricing means establishing and adjusting the prices of multiple products within the product line. This method can provide marketers with flexibility in price setting. When captive pricing is used, the basic product in a product line is priced low, but the price on items required to operate or enhance it are higher. Premium pricing occurs when the highest quality product or the most versatile version of similar products in a product line is assigned the highest price. Other products in the line are priced to appeal to more price-sensitive shoppers or to those who employ product-specific features. Price lining is the strategy of selling goods only at certain predetermined prices that reflect definite price breaks. For example, a shop may sell men's ties only at $22 and $37. This strategy is often used in clothing and accessory stores. Price is often coordinated with promotions, and they are sometimes so interrelated that the pricing policy is promotion-oriented. Sometimes a firm prices a few products below the usual markup, near cost, or below cost, which results in price leaders. This pricing is used to attract customers by giving them especially low prices on a few items, hoping that customers will purchase regularly priced items as well, which will offset the reduced revenues from the price leaders. To increase sales volume, many organizations coordinate price with advertising or sales promotions for seasonal or special occasions. Special event pricing involves advertised sales or price cutting linked to a holiday, season, or event. Comparison discounting sets the price of a product at a specific level and compares it to a higher price. The higher price may be the product's previous price, the price of a competing brand, the product's price at another retail outlet, or a manufacturer's suggested retail price. Because this pricing strategy can lead to deceptive pricing practices, the Federal Trade Commission has established guidelines for comparison discounting. If the higher price against which the comparison is made is the price formerly charged for the product, sellers must have made the previous price available to customers for a reasonable period of time. If sellers present the higher price as the one charged by other retailers in the same trade area, they must be able to demonstrate the veracity of this claim. When they present the higher price as the manufacturer's suggested retail price, then the higher price must be similar to the price at which a reasonable proportion of the product was sold.